Yeah, it was
All
funny.
right. Yeah, so that's going to go away. Now I just can't lean
We
back
got
and
our
get
we got our
cozy.
spaghetti straps here. We're good.
Right? Look at us. Now we're not cool because we don't have AirPods.
Well, we might have to just ask for special funding, and we'll see where that goes.
So I have a timer here. How's that?
That sounds good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go.
Hey,
The
are we
first
recording?
yeah, we're recording. We'll see what happens with it, but
Nice. Welcome to Art Teachers with Hats.
our teachers with hats.
Yeah.
Mr. Denner, why'd you pick that hat?
Well, I figure for the first episode that we do here, I'll keep my Victor hat. This hat I got while coaching football this year, so up my street credibility a little bit.
That's pretty
But
cool.
comfy hat. I like how it fits, and I'm enjoying it. How about yours?
I have one backwards hat, and that's this one to cover up my horrible hair today. It's my Derek Jeter Yankee captain hat. But my parents were in town, oh my God, 10 years ago. My dad and I got matching hats. So he has a Yankee one too. So this is our matching hats. So that's about it. Yeah,
I
nothing
like
too
it.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Number two, Derek Ajita. And then I had to go with my Star Wars shirts.
Which is perfect contrast with my T-shirt. Kindness
Yeah.
is not weakness.
And then Han shot first. Or in
Yeah,
this video, it says, nah, toast, surfers. Oh, I can flip this, right?
you might be able to. I don't know. Mine is backwards for me too.
Ah, there we go.
Okay, I got to figure out how to do that. But you're the
Um,
one recording this, so I don't have to
so
worry about
whatever. There we go.
it.
Yeah, it's in preferences. So now it's Han shot first. So what do we do here? What's going on? What's
Cough too.
topic
This is
number
always
one?
good. Topic number one is we want to talk about the new LA Rams logo that just came out.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay. Um,
So I have it on my screen. What I'll do is I'll share this real quick so you can check it out. And this definitely has NFL fans wondering what the heck they were thinking. But
is that
anytime a
really the
new logo comes
consensus? Is
out,
that the consensus? Is that it's horrible?
so far from what I'm seeing, but if you take anything that people are used to and you change it, you got to expect a result, right? You got to expect some sort of backlash and feedback. Um,
I just
so
don't. The one I hate, LA. It's like it's La. So now we have a French a thing like it's La, like whatever.
La Rams,
Yeah, it's
you want to
it's
play some
weird.
American football?
And then, like I stated before, it looks like a soon-to-be failed airlines logo.
It
It's just
does.
it's too crisp. It doesn't feel threatening. It feels like I'm going into a yoga studio. I don't know.
You know, always struggle with logos if the aesthetic of the design doesn't match what the intended audience is. So I like
Uh,
it for its clean design. I definitely think they were innovative with what they did. I think they're going for a modern futuristic look to an extent while maintaining some of the classic vibe. But does it read football to me? I'm not so
no,
sure.
it's I hate so back in my early design days, let's say early 2000s, there was this big thing with swoosh logos. So it was any company had like this like C-shaped thing, and it was everywhere. Like I started a collection. I had hundreds of them, and it was every client wanted this swoosh logo, and that's what that reminds me of. It feels like it's the beginning of a swoosh logo. And then the end too, when you had it up on your screen, it looked like it was broken. Like it had. Oh, can I draw on here?
Yeah, you can, I think. Here, let's bring that back up though.
Can I draw on here? View options, annotate. Oh yeah, so right here, I don't like. Oh, I picked blue. That's great.
Blue on blue.
Yeah, so this end right here.
Use contrast in your artwork, everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a little tip, hot
Don't
tip.
do that. So draw. I want a marker line red. So this here just seems like it just ends like it's just this weird. I don't know. It's too. I want it to be a spike. Like I want it to kill something. Like this one,
Yeah, the top one has a good point to it, and
right?
that rounded edge is weird. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm definitely with you. You know, I think back to the early 2000s when everything was going hyper digital too, and everything had like a shine to it. Everything looked like a button that was three-dimensional.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Like the Safari logo was all shiny, like a little jewel.
You know, and I always have the conversation. If you're going to change your logo, you should definitely have a reason why. So,
Go to
according
the.
to what the Rams are saying, they want to change their logo because they're in a new city, they're entering a new era in their football team, and so they're trying to reestablish a new historical checkpoint. So this is like their foundation of their next phase.
Wait, so forgive my lack of football knowledge, mainly because it's West Coast teams and who really cares, but what, it was the St. Louis Rams, correct?
It was the St. Louis Rams, but before it was the St. Louis Rams, they were the LA
They
Rams.
were so the San Diego Chargers.
San Diego Chargers became the LA Chargers now too. So yep,
So is
there've been
LA
a lot of
Chargers and
movement.
LA Rams at the same time in the same city?
Yep, yep. So now both teams are
You,
going to
you
play
say
in the
yep
same
like
stadium.
it's normal. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're both going to play in the same stadium, similar to what the Giants and the Jets do.
Or Yankees
Um,
and Mets, not same stadium, but same city. Okay, all right.
yep, yep. So it's rare though for an NFL football team to share a stadium. And one thing I think they didn't take into account that might add to the complications is they added a new game to the season. So now there's 17 games instead of 16. So deciding who gets that extra home game is going to be really interesting too.
Yeah, it is interesting. Okay, and then we still have Oakland, and then who else do we have in California? San Francisco, which are next.
Actually, Oakland no longer exists either. We
Oh,
got
that's
the
right.
LA. Yeah, we got the LA Raiders.
Because
So,
they're the.
or Las Vegas. What am I saying?
That's
Las
right. They went to
Vegas.
Vegas, and then I don't know. It's okay.
So, bird walking there, but interesting to have a little historical reference here. So if you're going to start a new team, if you're going to make a statement, this is definitely a statement that they're making here.
It's too fancy.
Yeah, it's too fancy. Well, let's look at the old one. I have the old one right here too. I do. And, I'm sorry. Sneak peek.
That one I like.
There we go. Yeah. So we'll talk about the secondary logo in a minute, because
that
this
one's not
Rams
bad.
version has that.
It's not bad.
So this was the previous one. This was the one they came up with while they were in St. Louis. And it was, again, to modernize the team. So you got that extra outline going around the Rams. They're playing off of the shape of the ram horn.
Yeah, it's not horrible. This could be standalone too. Keep this, keep the R of the standalone, be kind of cool.
Yep.
Where is it? Yeah, like this can stand alone, which is pretty cool.
Yes.
I like that. Huh. All right.
So secondary logos, though. So maybe the primary logo isn't all that great, but the secondary logo we have right here.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that for some reason. I like this angle stuff is kind of cool.
And I like the anatomy of it too, because if you look at their previous one that had a ram in it, here's your superhero cartoon ram, a little over exaggerated. We have that swoosh thing that you were talking about too, especially with the back point of the neck. So, it's interesting that they're following those design trends.
I'm trying to click on the new one and I can't.
We go new versus old. So, I think this is an interesting take on it. In terms of a graphic, I like it. I'd wear it on a t-shirt.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Now that we've beaten the Rams logo to death here.
Yeah. My biggest concern when the Rams logo came out, though, they can have whatever they want with the LA and with this logo here. But I got to tell you, the Rams are the owners, in my opinion, of one of the best helmets in football.
Really?
And that's this guy right here. Yeah, I love it. It's really, really good. Oh, I'm trying to move my screen around here because I think I have a better picture. Yeah. There's just something about the way that spins around the helmet that I really like.
There's a cool thing going around too, where designers have taken the NFL teams in college towns and mashed them together. Have you seen that?
Yeah, they do all sorts of cool mashups too.
Yeah, that was really neat.
Superhero logos for teams also.
Oh, that was cool.
That's definitely something for somebody to check out in your free time if you have even bothered to get this far into this interview.
If we haven't lost you already.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so let's pause on that then. What else do we have on our list here? Hold on here, get this out of the way. So kick that out of there. Let's go back to normalness here.
Yeah, let's just go back to a regular view.
Oh, there we are. Okay, so I'm looking over here at our little thing. Okay, so I wrote in our little Word document that we had going back and forth, best artist moment. What do you got? Best artist moment. Jeez.
Yeah. That's tough. Do we want to devote shows to that? Do we want
I don't know. Do you want to come back to that? Because this one here.
Yeah.
What do we got here? What's our time doing here? We still have 6 minutes.
We do. Okay.
So we'll do something lighter then? Something lighter? Okay, here's lighter. Favorite font.
Favorite font. Okay, there we go. Definitely not Comic Sans.
Well,
definitely not Papyrus. But my favorite font, I have two that I love. One that I always go to is the one that everybody can go to that always works is Helvetica. Helvetica is a good, clean font. It comes in a lot of different varieties. It's a really versatile font. The other one I like that not a ton of people do like is Georgia. I like the font
What?
Georgia because if I'm reading something, I just like the variety in the
That's an
letters.
on. I was made for screen typeface, made in the early '90s.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, oh, interesting.
It's
Okay.
a classic one that works.
I already had my screen up here because I have that. Can I share this? There's this. Is that coming up on your side?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that
Oh, I
coming
like
up?
this cherry. Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah, there we go. So,
I like Mrs. Eves. Yeah,
oh,
that's a
I
good
love Mrs.
font.
Eves. So that's one of my favorites. I use it all the time. And that's
What do
how
you
that
like about
I
it?
just typed it up there. So one, I think the story is cool. It's based on Baskerville.
Okay.
The guy who designed Baskerville had a mistress, and apparently his last name was Eves, Mrs. Eves. So when they designed this, it's based on Baskerville, and it's based on Baskerville's mistress's name. So I just think that's kind of funny.
This is always a good story.
I love the old style figures. Old style figures when you have a capital, if you will, numbers when they go below they actually have descenders, which is kind of
Yeah,
nice. And then I just like it just feels formal, but still has funness to it, and it feels old but new. I love it. And then here's a
yeah,
Helvetica you mentioned too, which is always kind of fun. And one of my other ones too, I love Knockout.
yeah.
Uh,
Knockout's a great one.
yeah, Knockout and then all their gazillion weights, but um, that's not it. But this is what Sports Illustrated uses and Newsweek uses and
Sure.
all that fun stuff, which is kind of cool too.
I'm
So,
also a sucker
yeah.
for Cooper. Cooper's a good one, and mainly, I think it's my love for the black keys that makes Cooper such a great font. But it's got such a vintage, timeless
There it
feel. I feel
is.
like you can put that on any T-shirt. Like I'd wear a T-shirt that said potatoes, potatoes in Cooper font. It would be great. Look at that. Put a
Oh,
period on
beautiful.
it,
Look,
and
I love this. Look at
bingo.
that. I
Yeah,
love
just
that. Oh, the
you
counter
know,
that. Oh, it's great.
yeah.
How dorky are we? We just
We
talking
are,
about
but you know
fonts.
what? Typefaces, they represent style. They represent how we express language to each other. And they show that even with those simple things, we can pick it apart, break it apart, and have our own preferences.
Yeah, they're fun too. Like I was watching the Helvetica documentary that's free this week. I think it's free until today.
Okay.
And I think I sent you a link to it, but it's just amazing just talking about typefaces for an hour and a half and actually one font and where it came from and how it did and why is just really cool. Like it's like dorky beyond dorky can get, but it's something you see all the time. Like you see Helvetica everywhere. And then they have a story about where it came from and why, and then why it got so big. But
Sure.
basically, it was just a breath of fresh air at the time. It was a perfectly launched typeface that just everyone was like, I got to use it. And they did, and now it's everywhere.
Well, there's a great thing on the internet too for anybody who wants to try it. There's a website called Try Helvetica. So basically, take any billboard, any poster, any graphic design that you may not love the typeface selection. Try swapping it out for Helvetica and redesigning it, and you'd be surprised at how clean the design will look. So
That's cool.
that's yet another thing to think about, and something
Um,
definitely worth a try.
Helvetica, I love you. Do they have it in here? Yeah. So Massimo Vignelli is a really cool Italian designer, and he said this quote: "You can say I love you in Helvetica. You can say it with Helvetica extra light if you really want to be fancy." So that's just really kind of funny. So yeah, you can say it however you want. Yeah, here it is, Massimo.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's just kind of cool. So it suits anything.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna try that.
look at the typefaces we have on our shirts right now too. Yours looks like it could be arguably Helvetica bold italic,
It could be.
and mine
I
is
don't know.
definitely not.
Yours is
Mine
not.
mine is a serif font.
I love there's some little kind of yeah, whatever.
So we're kind of like the poster children for serif versus sans serif. We have a couple of different things going on there where you can see the vibe, and definitely ornamental and decorative versus utilitarian and to the point.
Yeah. I had to dig this shirt out too. I haven't worn this in forever. And I'm like, oh, this would be perfect. I think that's the name of my Wi-Fi too.
Really? Yeah.
Han Solo shot first, yeah. So we're at the 15 and a half minute mark here, so we'll keep these short and sweet
Yeah.
here, but I think we'll kind of just keep doing these goofy little things. We do have a list of questions I have over here, so we can tackle those later.
Awesome.
Um, and then, I don't know, just see what happens.
Any suggestions that you have for future conversations? I'd love to hear it too. Um, I'd like to come up with a logo for our show
Ooh,
too.
okay, I
Art
like that.
teachers wearing hats. So I'm going to try and wear a different hat every time and maybe talk about why we chose what we chose.
So
I
if
don't
we
know how
have,
Redout's collection is, but I've
it's
got a ton.
it's it's not bad. It's mainly golf hats, and some. That's really about it. I have a lot of golf course hats, but I have a
Yeah.
couple cool ones. I have a cool shark one.
Nice.
So it's yeah. So I think if the students comment down below some questions, maybe we can tackle those as the weeks go on.
Yeah,
Because I'm
absolutely.
pretty sure we're going to get bored here. So the more the merrier.
Yeah. So this
Cool.
has been fun. I want to thank you for pushing me to do this. I think, I knew we'd have fun doing it. So let's just keep having
Yeah.
conversation.
Okay. It's kind of
Yeah.
like we visit each other's rooms, but not
Yeah.
really from 10 miles away.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, hey, everybody, have a great day. Be kind to each other. Remember, everybody love everybody.
We'll end it right there.